Hello and welcome to Mods Week. Usually, well, if you remember last Mods Week, we filmed it all in the studio. Of course, we can't actually do that because if we take a look at the main stage, for example, not really in a suitable position to be filming something as important as Mods Week is. So what we've decided to do instead, if you come with me, is we've decided to build a small studio out to the back. So if you come around here, as you can see, we've got our queues for all the people who've come to watch the live show. Here is our little mini zoo thing, show you all the animals and their new textures, although the texture pack appears to have doesn't appear to have animals on it. And if you come around here, here is the barn thing that we're going to be filming in. So the first mod we're going to look at today is, well, I've decided to try and do a few mods that maybe you haven't heard of or don't get as much press coverage as some of the bigger mods. So the first one we're going to look at today is the Flight Simulator mod, which is basically designed to add realistic flight simulation to Minecraft. The creator of the mod said that he wanted all the other like Flans mod and Archimedes, all their mods didn't really represent a true flying experience. So that is what he was trying to create here. So what we need to do first, if I just take my jetpack off, we've got 3 different planes come with this mod. I would show you the recipes to make them, but I've watched videos in the past and it just really slows things up. So if you want to find out, link will be in the description below for the website. You can have a look at yourself. Right, so we'll start off with this small plane. I believe it is called the MC-172. And before you can start flying the plane, you need to get a few. I want that out. That's it. There are a few things you need. So first of all, you need to have a chair, you need a propeller, and you need an engine. Now I believe you've got another seat in the back there, so it's a 2-seater, but I don't need 2 seats, so leave that one out in case I need later on. Now for this small plane, we also need 3 small wheels, so I'll just get them out, like so. Right, so put them in, like that. And last but not least, controls. So in here we've got all the controls that we'll need, or that come with this mod. I believe those are pontoons which are used if you wanted, instead of maybe wheels, if you want to land it on the water like you would a seaplane. You can use those instead, except for these wheels don't seem to want to come off. There, like that. So presumably that's marked everything. Yeah, look at that. But of course there isn't any water in the vicinity. And the only viable source of water is in fact the swimming pool, which we've had has been emptied as part of the renovation work. Anyway, enough of that. So you want one. Oh, don't want 4. Oh god, I've mucked up. Right. So you want one of each of these, I think. Mind you, I haven't actually used these before when I've been testing out the mod, so could end up with screen overwhelmed with things and looking a bit silly and complaining. Right, what haven't we got? We haven't got one of those. I think that's everything. Right. Well, actually, first of all, we need some fuel. So this plane, they run on lava. So I'll chuck some lava in. Come on. I mean, what is it? Have I got too much stuff in my pack? Let's get... Oh, actually, I might need that in case. I'll tell you what, redstone. Don't need the redstone. Right. There we go. So, plane's full of lava. Before we take off, obviously, got to set up the runway. You can see we've had a little dirt runway built, so just switch the lights onto that. There we go. And I think we're ready for takeoff. So, controls are pretty simple, although I'm likely to forget most of them. So, start off with turn the left, right. There is a special name for it. I haven't got the web page open because I'm trying to keep Minecraft going as fast as I can. So, get rid of all background stuff. But in fact, get up the controls here. So we've got your right, your left, which I assume is just the wheels turning. Flaps up, flaps down. I'm probably going to ignore that because I don't even know what that's supposed to do. It probably just helps you lift up and go back down. You've got starter, brake, B, quite easy, and then got all the basics with SAD and I and K. Should be simple enough. Right, let's get started. So here we go. Right, there's a bit of increase in throttle. Now what you'll find is we're going to see parts of the map which probably look a bit odd. You won't have seen them before. I haven't even taken off yet. So you won't like this. We're coming up to one here. That's not supposed to be like that. It's like a glitch in the map. Probably from all the times I've edited it and something to do with that, I would have thought. Anyway, things seem to be going well. Obviously, you've got to try and bring this plane into land. Oh my god, actually, abort. No, actually, I've not quite got this flying thing off to a fine art, have I? And probably people in the... Oh my god, what have I done? There are probably people in the comment section who are actually commenting on the fact it's because I'm turning, so I'm going to stop that. Ah, I think we've got it. I think we've... There we go. Right. Anyway, let's bring this into a land. Let's turn it round. Now, I've been told for safe... Oh. Abort. Abort. Oops. Okay, well that's one plane down, but fortunately, that's not the only plane we've got. So there are two more. So this is the one plane up. So we need seats, engine, propellers, two propellers, and engine there. Run over P to enter this area. So we've got the orange seat this time. We've got two engines, two propellers. Right. Big wheels, small wheels still actually. Now, you saw how bad I was flying that small engined plane. Well, how am I going to cope with this one? And this isn't even the biggest one. Anyway, just chuck all these in. That one didn't actually do anything. I think that's a different part, something that I haven't looked into. Probably should have. But well, so all this stuff, obviously very important. You don't actually need it. Well, you probably do need it for like flying purposes, but in order to take off in the mod, you don't need it. Right, but there we go. So let's just quickly get some fuel. I'm going to put 2 buckets in this time. Better safe than sorry, I think. So 1, Take the bucket out. 2. There we go. Right, let's take off. Right, it's starting to get a bit dark, so do a bit of night flying, I think. So, start the engine, increase the throttle. It seems to be a bit slower, this one. But look at those 2 engines either side. Shame about no passenger seat, but didn't think it was one necessary. Oh, there's a rabbit runway. And do get him. That's a brake. Not what we need. I don't think we've got enough. Oh, it's raining. I don't think we've got enough runway here. And the rain's getting in my cab as well. Might have to turn around. I don't know what the standard procedure is when a plane overshoots the runway. Do they just turn around? Go for it again? I mean, don't want to crash into anything. Especially not the studio, because that's sort of undergoing refurbishment. I might need to put a more powerful engine in, but it didn't take the more powerful engine. Right. Let's just go for it, see what happens. Something clearly isn't right here. Should be going a lot faster than this. The very professional mod review here. Forgotten how to fly this thing. Right, Y and H. Right, so let's just fiddle these flaps, see what they do. They're not doing anything. I think we may be overshooting as well. Right. Well, obviously, don't need to fly this plane. Or don't need to see all the planes flying, do we? Oh, bugger. Hang on. No. Good. Good. Stop. Stop. Oh my. Stop. Take the engine out. No. No. Oh my god, this is bad. This is very bad. You know how much they're spending on these new upgrades for the studio. Listen, stay here. Right. There we go. Right. Now, how is it? Knee controls, right. Engine off. Right shift, that's where I was going wrong. Oh, thank goodness. Right, I think we'll leave it there. Leave that one for now. Okay, so after that near disaster, I've decided to abandon that plane, go for the more powerful. He says probably not the best idea, but the more powerful, because that will help us take off actually. So there to all you people who think it's a dumb idea. This plane is called the Trimotor. The other one was a Voxnet, by the way, in case you are wondering. And this requires... What the hell am I stuck for? Let's get to the right place, I think. Yeah, just showing off different mods. Right, this requires 2 big engines, a seat, 3 propellers, so this is definitely going to get a bit of speed when it's needed. I've got all this lava to burn, so I am going to burn it. If it will actually let me pick it up, because I don't think I've got enough space. Anyway, so let's come over here. P. Now this one is actually too big to fit in the hangar, so that's always a good sign of a... It needs 3 engines. It needs 3 engines. Oh my god, get out of the way. Professional. Did we not have enough? Oh my god, I don't think we had enough. We've mucked up here. Right. Hang on. May have had an end. No, I haven't. As usual, the always professional show hasn't mucked up in any way. It's not. We don't do the whole cheating thing. But when you're trying to look professional like this, it's kind of necessary sometimes. Anyway, so back to normal. Seat. I believe I had a seat. That wasn't the one though. I must have put it back in a chest. What was that? No. Right. Anyway, back on with professional review. Get that stupid thing out. I'm trying to shut the cupboard. You steady. Shut. Let's just leave that cupboard open, I think. Right. Get on with professional review. Obviously, that seat doesn't matter. What else do we need? We need all these. Obviously. I must have 2 of something. What do I think I've got 2 of? Is that a turn coordinator? Okay, maybe I haven't. Maybe there's just not enough spots, places for everything. I don't need that. What else do we need though? We need the 3 wheels. Where are the 3 wheels? Oh my god. Professional. Must remain professional. I mean, this is if you had an airline doing this sort of... They were right here. I'm serious. The wheels, they've been stolen. Either that or they've been put down into a chest by mistake. As this dumb thing seems to be constantly doing. Okay. I've mislaid the wheels. Right. Big wheels of stupid thing. Right, 1, 2, 3. Right. What's that? That's a... No, I don't need that. Right. Here we go. Right. 3 wheels. The lava's all gone now. As have the propellers. It's alright. I'm going to benefit from staying creative. Something's obviously gone majorly wrong. And I'm not happy about it. It's okay. So, 3 propellers, right. Hopefully. Wow, it's a big one. I'm going to go to Game Mode S. And hopefully we have a bit more success this time. So let's hop up into always professional. All the best reviews have to have someone jumping up and climbing into a plane like that. Start all 4. There we go. That could have been worse than initially. Oh my god, oh, we got caught. Hang on. Some idiot has obviously gone to try and make a professional video and left some dirt in the way. There we go. I do like the fact that this is like a solid plane and you can actually climb over it. There we go. Right, let's go. this review is probably going to end up being longer than I was expecting. Ah, that's better. Probably can't hear me over the sound of the engine now. Vertical. I don't want to be vertical. Right. Let's just take this for a little spin. Very noisy. In fact, I might have to stop talking for a bit. Oh God, please tell me that's not. I don't think that's. What the hell's happening? Whoa, 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 whoa. Not good. Not good. Not good. Abort. Oh my God, oh my God, it's going towards a village. Come back. Come on, what's the point of having this thing? Oh, I thought that was a plane coming back towards me then. Come on, where's it gone? Well, at least this isn't the main village. Anyway, so I've now got to find my way back, walking of course, but while I do that, there's another mod, because this is like the travel section, so I thought, what other ways are there of travelling? There's flying, which we've just covered. Obviously we've got all the jetpacks and things that I've been showing off, which reminds me, here's a nice rainbow one. Is this the rainbow one? Nope, that's the diamond one. At least that helped me get back. But here's a rainbow one, with no rainbows coming from it. Anyway, so we've got the flying mod, but what other mods have we got? Well, I found one. It's a trains mod, and it's not like Railcraft or those sort of mods. It is a big, proper full-sized trains mod, and it just looks really, really cool. The only problem is that it was only available in 1.7.10, or I think that's the latest version. They are going to get it out for 1.10, but they just haven't yet. So I've had to change maps in order to do this, so I'm just going to cut out here, and then hopefully join you in that game. So, okay, so we're now looking at trains. This is the Rail of War mod, and I think it's my new favourite mod, to be honest, because it's just so cool, and the detail in these trains and like the things they can do is really cool. The guy who created this mod has also created a map, which if I remember I'll link to in the description, but unfortunately I think there was a problem with I think there was a problem with some of the items, because like every time I put down a point switcher or a light, the game would crash, and I think that's the reason I can't load that map. But however, I've created a nice little loop circuit here, just so I can show you some of the features. I can't, however, show you all of the blocks that you can put down, because they all seem to break the game. Anyway, so I'll start with this. This is a sort of really old train, and it's gone down onto the track slightly wrong. But this is, I'm not going to say it's like Stephenson's rocket, because I think that was a slightly different shape, but it's sort of the really old Victorian ones. And here's another attempt at me trying to get on the track properly. Next up we have this one, which is a big green one. You can tell I know a lot about these trains. Now you can hook them up to wagons from behind. You use this, however it is quite complicated, and you're very lucky if you get it spot on, or you get it right. But anyway, so what I have to do now is fill the train up with coal, which I've done very easily here. I can then drive off. Unfortunately, because of the way it's sort of gone, with that what I might do, just because I'm not able to park them back up, because I can't put the points down, Just going to try and break this railway line. It's not going to let me, is it? Where did I put it down from? Right, so we might have a problem using it actually. But oh well, we'll deal with that when we come to it. Always professional, of course. Professional videos. That's the Game Nation motto. So let's just jump over to the train. Sorry if I'm talking a bit quietly, but I've got bad throat, cold and everything. Also it's later, I don't want to start waking people. Right, anyway, so now, obviously it's quite noisy. I'm just going to I don't know what it comes under. Blocks probably. That's not much quieter. As you can see, I failed to hook the thing up. It's getting a bit mucked up. But anyway, so this is it. What we hit. Pig. Back. Oops. Okay, well that was the first train. It's on its way. You can see what I mean about the detail. I mean, that was, if we'd hooked the trucks up, that would have been really cool. But yeah, so easing out into the distance. These two trains are the same. I just made a mistake trying to I put this one down facing the wrong way. Let's see if we have a bit more luck hooking this up. Oh yeah, I think I remember when if I hooked it up, I may have hooked it up. That would be absolutely brilliant if I have. The distance is too great. Oh well. So I put some coal into it, like so, and then hop in. Right, let's set off. So the controls are really simple. And this is something that I really like about. Oops. Something that I really like about the detail is you can actually see all these things move. Like that's the brake. That's obviously accelerator. Unfortunately, very glitchy. Probably this is just such a good mod. I'm going to have to turn the sound up quite a bit so you can hear what I'm saying. Train to this one. It's very laggy, but it is, yeah, very cool. You can move around with the cab, which is awesome. I need to stop that other train. I think that's probably causing part of the problem. Let's just speed this up a bit. Sorry, I think I missed the brakes there. As you can see, I've built a station. I've kind of done the train simulator thing where you don't have stations. That's better. So yeah, as you can see, built a station here. Not very good. The only thing it's got is a little Waterloo, which actually hasn't got anything in it. I think there's going to be a big crash in a minute, but I'm going to catch this train. Oh. The train caught me. But anyway, it does appear to have stopped, so actually I might be able to stop its engine, cut it out, kill it, whatever. Here we go, yes. the engine down. There we go. Let's try and... I don't know what to do with these trains. I don't know how strong they are, but I think they're causing too much lag for me. So yeah, this is probably the best review you've ever seen, because I was watching one before I started playing this mod, and well, this is because I think this is really suitable mod playing time, and I've actually spent quite a long time trying to sort this all out. The damn crashes and everything. But at least we'll get a mods week, which is something we didn't get last year. But it was promised earlier this year, but I never actually got to do it. So let's destroy those 2 trains. You know what, I think this is one of those mods where you can't actually destroy the main thing. Did the track destroy though? Yes it did. That's rubbish. Right, well, I think we've actually only got 1 train left to show you, and I haven't actually tested this one. I don't know how it works, so professional review and all that. This is one of those trolley pushy things. Gonna have to clear the line for animals. Oh my god, of course I'm in creative mode, aren't I? Well, this is actually a perfect opportunity to just show you some of the track you can put down. So obviously got all the right switches, left switches, curved track, which I assume is just a curved track. Yeah, like that. You've got gradients, so 25% slope. Let's just put this down. And then you've got 50% slope. So these are sort of, they're all going up one block, but they're sort of different distances. What else have we got? Y curved. Oh, that must be a sort of Y junction. Yeah, like that. So yeah, all these different type bits of track. The cool trains that you've got. This is, I think I'm actually thinking of doing a series of this mod, if I can get it to become less glitchy. So I think it's like a suitable contender for a sort of mod series, maybe about the running of a railway line or something. Be it slightly less, well, most of my other mod series are very laggy as well, so I think it'll fit right in. Right, so let's just see how we can get this to work. So, do I just use normal? Yeah, it's just normal controls. So yeah, well, that's been it for this very interesting... Well, actually, the review isn't over, so I'll bounce you back to me in the studio. So, yeah. Okay, that's it for this episode of Mods Week. Join us tomorrow when we'll be looking at some more sciencey mods. But until then, goodbye. Whoosh. Yeah, that's cool.